Hi, guys, and welcome back to another episode of The Vertical Take with Jennifer and Taha. This is episode 53, and we have the talented, the wonderful, the goofball herself, Carin Smolinski.
Well pronounced. Very well. Well done.
Perfect. How you doing
I'm
today?
great. Thank you. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you for having me. I'm really excited.
I'm excited too, and you know what? I'm just gonna dive right into the
Well,
first
before you
question.
dive into that, I do
Oh,
want to say that you are a very, like, when I was doing my research on you, you are a very inspiring woman. Like, you are the type of woman that people should aspire to be. Like, just some of the accomplishments that you've done. Like, yeah.
You can't
I'm
make me
just,
cry like 30 seconds into the podcast. That's terrible, Jennifer.
aw.
Thank you.
It's
You're
okay. Let's
very
channel.
sweet.
Let's channel some of Mrs.
Yeah.
Rogue,
Roper. Yeah.
Mrs.
Robert.
Roper's
Yeah.
energy.
Okay, there we go. Tears gone.
Perfect.
There you go.
Yes, there we go. Only happy things.
Yeah.
So, Karen, for those of you who may not know you yet, how would you introduce yourself? Who is Karen Smolinski?
Ooh, well, as Jennifer alluded to, I'm a very complicated person. I wear many hats, which I think goes back to my ADHD, which we'll talk about later.
Yeah.
No, I can't say it's all ADHD. It's just I love to do many things. So I would say, first and foremost, most important in the world is I'm a mother. So, I have my biological children, I have children that I've raised, and I have all my vertical children, which is so many.
Yes.
Right.
So first and foremost, I'm a mother. And I am an entrepreneur, which spans completely different industries. And also, I'm a vertical actress, director, and producer.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So, what first sparked your love for acting? And do you remember your very first role?
If you asked my mother, I think she would say that I came out of the womb a little dramatic. they used to call me Sarah Bernhardt when I was little because of my theatrics. The world would end if I didn't get something that I wanted. But also, I was very sweet, so it's okay. My first role was I was Goldilocks in Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Yep.
That's amazing.
Oh, there's too hard. This one's just right. Yeah.
The porridge.
Yeah. Yes. Too hot. Yeah.
Perfect. So you've lived such a diverse life, from running preschools in Japan to skating as Sweety Gonzalez in roller derby. What did these experiences shape you as a person, as an artist?
Oh, great question. Well, I would say that that having run a business in Japan for 28 years now,
Wow.
that taught me perseverance. Back then, it was very, very difficult for Gaikokujin, to start a business and get leases and all of that in Japan. So it was just my don't take no for an answer attitude that I just kept going, just kept showing up with a smile on my face and saying, but why can't I do it? So I'd say tenaciousness from that. It's also, I think, taught me to lead with love. That anytime I have people working for me and with me, I try to look at it as a family and have open, honest, kind communication. So, I think over the 28 years, I've learned to be a better leader. So I would say that. From roller derby, it taught me to kick some ass. Oops.
Yeah.
Am I
No,
allowed
you're
You're
good. You're
allowed to
good.
say
You're good.
anything on here.
ash, right? No,
Right.
ash, yeah. It told me, it taught me to also to get back up. It's like you take a hit, you get back up.
Yeah.
Also, it's 2 minutes every time you go out, and then you shake it off and you start new. You can't keep things with you, right? So I would say I've definitely taken those things from roller derby. Also, to not take yourself too seriously.
Mm.
Right? Like, we only have one life. And if you're not
Exactly.
having fun, and then try something new. Move on. We're not stuck, right?
Exactly. Yes.
Well
I
said.
agree with that. Now, like we were discussing earlier about the ADHD, you've also spoken about living with ADHD, describing it both as a superpower and a challenge. In what ways does it influence your creative process?
Thank you. Yes, ADHD is my superpower. It also makes life somewhat challenging at times.
Yeah.
So, I don't know how much any of you know about ADHD, but there's different kinds of ADHD. But when I get into hyper focus with in the creative realm, I get so locked in, and it's all consuming. So, for example, I wrote the script for Tides of Desires in 2 weeks because it was all I would think about, right?
Yeah.
So it's like go, 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 go. The downside is that you also can get overwhelmed. So where if there's so many things coming at me, I can just completely shut down and be like, kind of like that,
Yeah.
So yes, it's my greatest strength. So as much as ADHD presents challenges in my life, I also am so grateful that I have it, because it's my superpower and it allows me to accomplish Herculean things and multitask like nobody's business. And project management for people with ADHD. I mean, I just describe my brain is that I have 18 tabs open at the same time, all the time.
That's a good way of saying it. So, Carin, you've portrayed everything from evil matriarchs to the sweet grandmothers. Which type of role do you secretly enjoy playing the most?
What do you think?
I think you like playing the evil matriarch. It's so much fun.
It's so much fun. Absolutely. I mean, I love playing the grandmas because then I get to be on set with children, which I think is so fun. When other people say don't work with animals and children, that's my favorite because, then I get to work with children on set, and animals are so cute. Yeah.
Right.
Maybe if I was directing, animals would be a little hard, but definitely children.
Yeah. And I'll tell you what, like those child stars, they are like something else. Like they are so smart.
So professional too. I've been on set. I won't name names, but the lead male couldn't remember his lines, and the 5-year-old daughter would be like, "It's this."
Oh no!
We're like, "You're getting shown up by a 5-year-old."
Well, she better get a cut of his pay.
It was funny. It was very cute. Yeah,
That's funny. Yeah.
I love playing the villain because it's so different from what I usually am. And, there's a little bit of evil in all of us. So maybe it's an outlet to be a wee little bit evil. Yeah.
There you go. Yes. I love that.
I'll take it.
So when you switch between such dramatically different characters, like a villain and a loving grandma, how do you prepare yourself for each of these roles?
I always try to find the truth in it. Of course, I wouldn't do those horrid things, that my evil characters do. But it's more, if I think of, I'm being horrible to a daughter-in-law. If I go back to what the root feeling there, it's really envy.
Yeah.
Right? Because, she has my baby boy's heart and I don't anymore. And, I'm trying to control it. So if I can find something else where I felt envy, then that helps me to find the real emotion without thinking those thoughts or actually needing to go to that place. So, yeah.
Yeah, because you were pretty evil. I didn't realize that because I watch verticals and then like I have a 24-hour like memory span. So like so like I was looking at your IMDb and I was like, oh my gosh, she was the
She was in
mom
all of
in
this.
Mark Vega's the governor one, the with I think it was Kirby
With
too.
Kirby,
And yeah, you're the
with Kirby
mom.
Elder.
The
Yeah.
evil mom.
Yes.
The
Yes. That's
mom who
what.
told Kirby to walk away.
Oh, and that honestly, that's not that bad of all the vertical mom evil things I've done. I mean, that really isn't that bad. Jade Foster, that one, I'm bad. And that was my first one ever. So I didn't even know what a vertical was. I didn't even know what I had signed up for. I was like, yay, I got a part and got the script and was like, oh my goodness, I'm really horrible. So
I know it's like, wait, what? I gotta do what?
yeah. Well, that I have learned to be more cautious
Yeah.
with reading scripts, knowing what the content is, checking if there's any violence. I won't be in anyone where there's violence against children, so trying to find that. But sometimes scripts change and we don't know. Sometimes,
Yeah.
we don't get given the whole script ahead of time. So, it's, I really hope that fans can know that,
Yeah.
that we all do have ethics and morals, as humans.
Right. You guys don't walk around
Yes.
slapping and pushing pregnant women down the stairs and stuff.
Oh gosh, oh, the last one I was in, I'm so bad to my daughter-in-law who's pregnant and about to give birth. So yeah, eek.
Well, it's interesting because like I had created your questions and then after I started like digging deeper, I found out that you were just like you were passionate against the whole toxicity part of these verticals and stuff. And I was like, oh my God, I gotta like reword these questions and ask some of the because I mean that is a huge thing going on in this community right now is there's an outrage against that. And it's like I guess it's gonna probably happen like where they'll slowly realize that they don't need to put that in there, but it's gonna take.
It's going to take time, but also, unfortunately, the data and the analytics
I was just about to
show
say that.
show that it spikes. That they get the highest viewership when they get rage bait and the horrible things that we're all against. And so transparency with analytics, because also we don't know the data and analytics, so that's one thing. Also, as it shifts from east to west and as viewership comes more to the west, I think that there's going to be a lot of shifts, and because that's where the outrage is coming from now, overwhelmingly. And it's hard as an actress because I am very vocal about things, but it can
Can
really
relate.
hurt me in getting
Yeah.
hired,
Yeah,
so
Yeah.
exactly.
that's why we really appreciate the fans and people like you who, amplify the voices, because it's not going to affect, your livelihood.
No.
But we have a very fine line that we walk. But I can honestly say that no actor wants to do those things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
You know,
absolutely.
But at the same time, it's like the whole thing is getting it out there, getting
Yeah.
the information out there, being like, hey, this is what's going on. Do what you want to do with it. I'm just, I'm putting it out there. And that's that's the first step.
I just feel like the actors shouldn't be put in a position where if they do say something, their lines are at their jobs are at the line. They're not gonna get rehired. I don't want that to happen.
well,
So,
it does, because
oh yeah,
which
of
is
course.
why I'm so grateful when all of you
Yeah.
voice these things,
Mm-hmm.
because it does happen, because even when I challenge pay,
Mm-hmm.
I can only push so hard,
Yeah.
right? When I challenge the script, there's times when you can only push so hard. And I'm a mature 52-year-old woman, and I've lived a great life, and I've learn to find my voice, right? But sometimes these are 18-year-old actresses that
Yeah.
are on set, and they don't have their voice yet,
Yeah.
and at least we have more intimacy coordinators now and mental health coordinators, but not always. So
Mhm.
so it feels great to have this amazing community, and all these podcasts and pages and everything, because yes, it's the love of verticals, and and we love them, and that's
Yeah.
why as actors we're working in them too. I think they're so fun to act in. I'm so grateful to have found this little micro world.
Yeah.
Agreed.
But there's things that need to change.
Yeah. I
Absolutely.
agree with that.
Absolutely. The actors
Um,
have their parts in it, and then us as audience have our own part, and we should all play it.
Thank you.
um,
So, looking back so far, is there one project or role you're especially proud of portraying?
Ooh, good question. Well, I really loved being grandma to the quadruplets
oh,
in Tides of Fire.
Yeah.
okay.
That
Yes.
one was just pure love. And oh yes, and I had the most cringe line I've ever had to say in that one. So it's the funniest thing. Evan was playing my son, and he was being wrapped up because of course he had gotten injured in a
Shot or
fire or
whatever.
something, right? So he's
Yeah.
being wrapped up, and I walked up to his hospital room, and I hear him moaning and saying, "That's too tight." But what's worse was my line. So then I have to say, "Thank God he's finally getting some." Like, what? And was like, do we have to say this? Do we have to say this? And it was an unequivocal from the top down. That line has to be said.
The client put it in there.
And then I peek around the corner and I say, "Oh, what a letdown."
And this is your son? Are supposed to be your
Yes,
son?
This was her son. Yes.
yes. So aside from that, I would say that my loveliest part was grandma of the quadruplets. And wow, those four young actors were just so charming and such pros. And in it, they also saved my life, give me CPR, get me out of a burning building,
Mm-hmm.
save their mom. They're on their. Oh, it's so cute.
Mini
Yeah,
minions doing
yeah,
everything,
yeah. It was
saving the
awesome.
world.
Wow. Yeah. Well, and I can't remember. It was somebody that we were talking to about like how do you keep a straight face with some of these
Some of these raunchy ass
It
lines.
was,
Like,
oh, I know who it was. It was Kiki. Remember? Because he had those like really, really like
the
raunchy
cum dripping out of
lines.
you.
Oh
And
Yes.
no!
He's like,
yeah,
I'm gonna have you have cum dripping
yeah,
out of you in every
anyway, you don't
movie.
have to
Like, it was
say it.
nasty. Yeah, it was
But
so
yeah, I was like,
nasty.
how do you
Sorry
see
about
that kind
that.
of stuff with a straight? I would be like laughing, especially if like I'm right there in front of that person's face.
Oh, I have to tell you, and then add that, sometimes we have 15-hour days from when we leave home to get home, right?
Yeah.
Without turnarounds and that. So by day, like 7 or 8, everyone's lost their minds. Like quite literally, we are insane. And so then something will hit us as funny. Oh, dang, we cannot stop. I was in, by they changed the name. It was Winter Hotel Romance. Now it's Bye Bye something.
Something sexual, but
Something.
go
I
ahead.
should know. Anyways, but Logan, he had to feed her every time she said a line. He fed her one slice of mandarin orange, like a little bird, and my coverage was first, and I could see, and they were dying laughing, but only the back of their heads was showing. But I had to keep a straight face as they were like, juice was dripping down her thing. She
No.
wasn't eating them fast enough, and I was like, and so.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
So we don't keep a straight face is the answer. Sometimes the directors just sit there and are like, okay, settle. Okay, settle. And I'm like, you look at what I'm looking, and then you
Right.
can settle.
Give me one
And then
second.
when we turned around and everyone else saw what I was seeing, then they all were like dying laughing. And I was like, see, it wasn't just me. It's
It
ridiculous.
wasn't me. It was
It wasn't
ridiculous.
just me. Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
So beyond acting, you've directed and produced a lot of projects as well. What's the biggest challenge you've had when wearing multiple hats?
Good question. It depends.
Okay.
It depends. It depends on location and everything. For Tides of Desire, I think the hardest thing, I only had a small cameo in it,
Yeah.
but we were shooting on a public beach in, it, I don't know,
Costa
well, it
Rica?
was 40 degrees. So I can't translate that, but I was,
Oh, it
is
was
that
40
over 100?
Celsius?
40 degrees?
Yes.
No, no,
So
no, no,
it's,
no. It's 40 degrees Celsius. Yeah, that's
Oh,
close to
Celsius.
100
Okay.
so
Celsius to
it's
Fahrenheit.
around,
Yeah,
so
40.
it was extremely hot, right?
Mhm.
So we're
And
on a
humid.
beach. There's people all around us. I've got those lips on, you know. I'm wearing
Yeah.
a hot wig and the lips, and so I'm trying to direct, and then a coconut seller walks by, and I'm like, how many coconuts do you have? I'm like, buy all the
Buy all
coconuts.
of them.
Everyone
It's
drink a
104.
coconut, so I would say in that situation, the heat was the craziest thing. But otherwise, but if I'm acting and directing at the same time, the first AD will say action. I'll
Right.
normally cut the scene. But then when you throw producer in at the same time, it's a
Yeah.
lot of hats. I'm trying
Yeah.
to work at wearing less hats at the same time.
Well,
Yes.
technically, you had 3 hats for that. You were an
Yes.
actor, you were director, and you were producer.
Yes, that one, the producing was the major thing, because I had 32 humans whose lives were in my hand in a
Right.
foreign country.
Mm-hmm.
So I felt a lot of responsibility for safety, and for safety.
Right. Yeah,
You
and
know,
you actually had them actually go into the water and actually surf. Like they were actually surfing. Like
yeah.
you must have had people on the side to make sure to woo them in if anything.
Lifeguards, yeah. So we
Yeah.
had water safety. We had surf supervisors that were in the water with them. Um, and it we hired local people so that they would know the other people. I don't know if you've ever surfed, but it can be quite aggressive with
Mm-hmm.
the breaks and the unwritten rules and all of those things. So
Yeah.
we did Diego in our movie. He is from Playa Negra in
Ah.
Guanacaste, so it was really wonderful to have him on board because he grew up surfing those waves. So that was really wonderful. But yes, they were. Um, Jada Stevens tried really, really hard to do her own surfing, and in the end, we had a body double
A
for
body double.
a few scenes, but she really did try hard. So kudos
What
to
about
her.
Jordan?
Jordan was totally surfing his own
Yeah,
thing.
because he's
Yeah.
also he's a surfer. So
Well,
yeah,
yeah, I wrote the part for Jordan because I had acted with him before, and I
yeah.
was like, "Oh, he's the perfect surf boy,"
Yeah. He's
So
got
we
that.
will.
He's got that California type. Yeah. Surf.
Yeah, it couldn't
Right.
have been anyone else. Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect. So, what's the hardest part about keeping up with the fast pace of vertical dramas?
Is that me as an actress, a director, or a producer?
To be
All of the
honest, you can
above.
use. Yeah.
Oh, okay. As an actress, uh, it's interesting because we'll see kind of the trends before
Hmm.
they come out, right? So we
Oh,
can see when it's going in a direction that's not that great because then
yeah.
all of a sudden all the breakdowns will be for BDSM or those sorts of things.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Child loss, so they seem to go in groups, but I'm really excited when it's like fashion designers or, when it went through the little fashion designer one, whatever, billionaire CEOs, that's been happening forever. But, it's interesting because we get to see that. So sometimes I just take a little break. I'll be like, oh, not gonna fly, for a little while. As a producer, this industry is moving at breakneck speed. It is changing daily. Uh, I was just at the LA Vertical Drama Market, which was for industry people, and it was incredible the number of, extremely accomplished producers, directors, heads of
Really.
studios that were there checking it out.
Yeah.
Oh.
So change is coming. It is
Oh.
coming to mainstream. There's no stopping it. So as a producer, just trying to keep up with what is happening, and then it's gamification and interact, the choose your own adventure. Then
Yeah.
the predictions are unbelievable what people are
Yeah.
predicting in the next 5 years. I heard at the market that there's 300 apps in development in the States right
Oh
now.
my God.
300. Oh my God.
Yeah. And there was a lot of talk, well, at Verticon, especially about overwhelm, right? For the fans.
Yes.
There's
Yes.
too much choice, right? And that they'll get on a
Yes.
platform and there's so much that there's the ADHD overwhelm
Right.
that it's
Yeah.
like, I can't, there's too much. So I'm just going to go back to the ones that I've watched a bunch of times because they feel comfortable and safe.
Exactly.
But I believe that apps like Candy Jar are going to start to rise up that are
Yes.
more affordable, that are focusing on quality. No offense to the other apps, but
Hmm.
that's just the one I'm going to highlight right now. That that
Yeah. Yeah.
that that they don't have to necessarily be the biggest apps to succeed going forward. I think it's going to be ones that are bringing out content that people want to see, that it's beautiful, that people feel good because they know that the crews and actors and everyone is being treated, don't want to say humanely, but like humanely,
They're all civilized.
right? So yeah.
I think this video really went out there for you. It was a video you did on your Instagram that was said, what would you say to people who dismiss this genre with it's just a vertical? Because
I
I'll admit,
yeah.
like before I got into like interviewing you guys and kind of getting the behind the scenes and stuff, I'll admit, like, I'm just like, these are just verticals. Like but now I realize that it's something bigger. So yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, thank you. I was so humbled because I don't have that many followers, and whatever. And I just put out a post
Yeah.
because because I'm proud of what I do.
Yeah.
I may not
And you should
always be
be.
proud of the script or,
Yeah.
or the words that I'm having to say, but everyone I know in this space, we go out there and we leave it all on the table, and from PAs all the way to, it's like we are working so hard. And so that's something to be proud of, right?
Yeah.
And so I
It
don't
is.
want the space to be diminished
Yeah.
by because of the fact that it's like telenovelas. But the fact is, though, I think the reason they're so popular is because people can escape in them, that it's fantasy la la land,
Yeah.
that it doesn't require a lot of brain power. But that doesn't mean that fans aren't intelligent. It doesn't mean that the actors aren't intelligent,
Yeah.
so it's like all of us that are part of it, we are part of something. We're part of this a revolution. This
Yeah.
is a massive time in entertainment. Like
Mhm.
we the format is changing, and it's changed from silent to speaking, black and white to color, film to
Yes.
digital, and now
Exactly.
we're going horizontal to vertical. And it's big.
Yeah.
So we should be proud.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I've said this a couple times, like with Biglu has just partnered up with Passion Flicks, which is a horizontal app, and has taken one of their TV shows that they filmed on, because I love Passion Flicks. I am a huge Passion Flicks lover. And I don't know, do you know Passion Flicks? You know what I'm talking
No,
about?
that's what I was
Okay.
just going to say.
Yeah, Passion Flicks. It's ran by a woman named Tosca Musk. She's actually Elon Musk's sister, but yeah, completely. Yeah, but yeah, she does Passion Flicks, and she does they do a lot of book turned movies, like they're books. But the good thing is, though, they don't change anything from the books. Like, where most like especially in big Hollywood, they'll change like things from the books to make it more popular. They don't do
Yeah.
that. And they'll bring the authors on set just to make sure that it's still like it's all authentic and stuff. But going back to what I was saying was they've actually taken a TV show that they filmed. Oh my gosh, I can't think of The Secret Life of Amy Benson. And they brought it over to Viglu and they turned it into a vertical. Yeah, so it went from horizontal to a vertical.
Vertical.
So the reason I'm
Mm.
mentioning that is because I feel like that is huge, because that shows that it is like more people are signing on to these verticals. It's not just the vertical.
And also, what I've seen on set recently is that they're shooting horizontally now, and they're
Oh,
cropping to vertical. So
Ooh.
that gives them extra distribution
yeah.
avenues to be able to sell to Netflix, Hulu, Prime, all of those things. So
Yeah.
so it's interesting, but we haven't quite mastered it yet because shooting for this, we don't have to show what's over there. We don't have to light for what's over there. We don't need to
Yeah.
do set
It's just
decoration.
here.
Exactly. We need less background people because we stack, but when you have to fill a massive frame, it's very different. Also, when we're vertical, we see the ceiling. Horizontal, we don't. So it's very interesting.
Yes, it,
It
it
is.
it is, and like I said, whenever I first started, like I started watching verticals, like I started watching verticals hardcore, probably November of last year,
I love
and from
hardcore. That's
yeah, I
awesome.
know
When
hardcore.
you went hardcore on the verticals, yeah, 10% hardcore vertical.
You know what I mean.
Yeah, I did.
When I started binge watching verticals, but no, and it's gotten like so. I mean, when I first started watching them, I'm just like, these are just like these silly little stories. Like they're not. I mean, it's not going to go anywhere. It's just going to be, but here it is almost a year later and it's gotten huge. So many, so many different apps are coming out. Uh, so
Yeah.
yeah,
It's
it's
true.
crazy.
It's true. It's crazy. It's like buckle up and hold on.
Yeah. Cause if you blink, I mean, it's like a whole bunch of stuff's going to come out and it's like every day there's something new. And
Mhm.
yeah,
But there's
so
a rise in the independent people, that in I know we're going to talk about that later, but
oh,
by stepping out and doing that, it's showing other creatives that it's possible. And when creatives create, it's a very different product.
Mm-hmm. I agree. So, what challenges do women face when working on vertical drama productions, especially with the intense filming schedules? I know I had to bring it up though.
Oh, well, I mean, oh, there's so many things. But you say specifically women and filming schedules. I'm just going to go right to the obvious is that if you're a mother, and of course fathers are on sets as well, but if you're a mother, my youngest is 17 and still at home, and he
mhm.
can drive, he can get himself to school, I can order meals for him and everything. But it's when we're working those extreme days and that, which we choose to do, but
Yeah.
you are away from the home. And then when you finish, it's like everything you haven't done over the last 8 or 9 days is like, oh my
Yeah.
God,
Yeah.
I haven't done laundry in 9 days. So I think the parenting, I'm going to say parenting, not
Yeah.
mothering, but that's hard. And especially if your children are younger, that is hard. And it's why we lose a lot of women in acting of a certain period in their lives. I left acting and raised my family and everything and came back
Yeah.
to it. So there is that. As women being on these sets, there's the very obvious. I don't even think I have to go so far into them, but it is hard to uh it is hard emotionally to see women being degraded, to
Mhm.
be degraded yourself. And I know it's just acting, but your body, it's trauma storing, so we have to have systems of coming in, coming out. I tap in and I tap out. I'll tap something as I'm going in and I'm like, I'm going to work in, and then I tap it and I shake it
Yeah.
off, and you can only shake so much off though. So
Agreed.
so there's that. It's repeatedly, and I thought the other day I was like, I think I got slapped maybe 30 times in a day. It was everyone on set was like, we think this might be the slap count for any vertical ever, being the slaps, and which I'm sure it isn't. But anyways, but
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
so desensitized to it, you know, that we're so desensitized now because it's
Yeah.
like, oh, slapping my daughter, oh, slapping my mother, like all these things. So I think that, yeah, there's that.
You know something else that I feel like that I don't know about anybody else, but like for me that's gotten desensitized is like the I'll probably let me say date grape drug. Because like that's
Aphrodisiac?
wrong. But like whenever I see it on a vertical now, it's like it doesn't even bother me anymore. I'm just like, okay, it's part of the vertical, but that shouldn't be it though, because that's
It's
bad.
been normalized, that's why.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's so many things. And my thing, why I speak up is because, young people are watching these. And if it's treated super lightly, yep, putting things in people's drinks, and then the girl falls in love with him after knowing he's done that. Like, I think it's the
Right.
after that's as upsetting as the doing, or that, the, the guy that chokes you, then you marry him. Like those disconnects are quite upsetting. But also for me, the brother sister stuff. Mm-mm.
Oh, no, don't even get me started on
Mm-mm.
that.
No, thank you.
Claim
But
me, my Navy brother. I need you. Ugh. And the dad ones too.
oh yes,
Oh, don't even
all
get me
of those
started.
just I think they should be banned, labeled, all of that because you when young people are seeing this, there's not ratings yet. There's you don't have to be 18 to click in and
No,
everything, that these are accessible, and that their prefrontal cortexes are still developing, and if they see it normalized, then how are they to if they're not raised in a way that
no,
it's
of
talked about
course.
openly. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, I don't want to be too much on my soapbox, but it's like it's so hard because there's those things, and I go back to all the time, but I love being part of the vertical community and I love
Yeah.
acting in them, and it's so fun. And it would be so much more fun if there was just those things filtered out so we could all get on with continuing to have fun, do what we love to do, right?
Yeah, yeah,
I
absolutely.
agree with that. So, like we were just discussing, many verticals rely on plots that involve abuse, whether physical, emotional, or even controlling. What do you, or why do you think these storylines are so common, and how do you feel about them? Because I think you kind of discussed how you feel about them, but why do you think they're so
It's pretty
popular?
clear how I feel about them. I don't hold back on
Right?
that. So yeah, that's obvious. To be honest, I don't understand. I just don't understand
Okay.
where the viewers are coming from. Sometimes I question the data and the
Yeah,
numbers because often when we're trying to push for something to not be included, it's like, but that's the data, that's what people like to see. I'm like, who's
yeah.
these people?
Right?
Where are
I
you?
want to
Because
personally
mama's
know who
gonna
these
talk
people
to
are.
you.
Like,
Right. So
Well,
I
my
don't
question,
know.
yeah. Well, my question is because somebody had mentioned, I saw somebody post something on their Instagram that was talking about the whole AI thing that's going on right now, where they don't tell you that it's AI until you actually get in there, and then they're counting that as a view. But my question is, though, because I can't imagine just by going in there that that would be counted as a view. Like, I feel like you would have to watch it a little bit before that is considered a view. So my question is, I'm wondering, like, like, how many episodes do you have to watch, or how many seconds do you have to watch before it's like, okay, well, this is a view?
Well, we've already established that I'm not a tech person. So I don't know
I
is
guess
the
it's
answer.
different per app. They all have their
Yeah,
own way of doing data analysis. Sorry. And yeah, some of them would be, they might count it as one after the free trial, or they might count it as one during, or they might count it per episode. Different
yeah.
apps do different data collection. They have different methods. So
Mhm.
unless we speak to the app directly, I guess that's a big question mark. But we do have an idea of how they may collect data in terms of views.
But the AI question in general is very big, the topic, and it's complex because we're working on very small budgets. So we can't hire 5 helicopters.
True.
You
Yeah.
know,
I agree.
for a little scene where it's like, oh, we got helicopters land, and then they pay to be on the tarmac with the helicopter, but it never even gets turned. It's like they step out of the helicopter. That's as far
Yeah.
as our budgets go. That's it. you know so
Wow.
so there's that, but when it's b- being created based on 300 actresses
Yeah.
body of work that's in the public space, and a AI person is being created, that gets very, very deeper and
Yeah.
very frightening to creatives.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, definitely. And without going too deep into those
Yeah,
controversies, I think we should just smooth on past it. We've
that's
already
it. Yeah,
spoke
I
about a
was
lot of
very, very
controversial
general
things.
in the, yeah.
Yeah, let's move on.
Yeah.
So, with events like Vertfest and Verticon gaining traction, what do you think these developments mean for the future of vertical dramas?
It's interesting. What I think is so super cool is that it's created this sub industry, which you're both part of, and
Yeah.
Jen is part of vertical drama. Like, there's so many, and it was so neat to meet so many people at Verticon that I've just seen their handles, and then to meet these amazing super fans, but also it's creating a different kind of cottage industry, and I really hope that everyone can start monetizing it, because I've heard that the app spend is getting really high, so people need to be able to start making some money by watching verticals.
Right? Yes, I agree with that.
Maybe
Yeah.
the
So
apps can start paying people for interviews and reviews. Who knows?
exactly, but also, as vertical influencers, to be able to, have sponsorship from ads, apps that you don't have to pay for them. The only thing would be to always stay autonomous in your reviews.
Yeah, that's another
So
thing.
if that's the thing, is that as soon as you start to monetize or be sponsored, then you're a little bit beholden.
Your true feelings cannot come out.
Right. Which is
Yeah.
why I made my own vertical, because I want to be able to say what I want and do what I want. And I
Right.
feel you're probably the same.
Yeah, because like we started putting these on YouTube, and I was like, I told Taha, I was like, you might as well, because we've had guests come on here, and we've been okay with it, but they've like cursed and stuff, and I'm like, yeah, we're not going to get monetized because I know YouTube is very strict with
Really?
with
Oh wow.
language and stuff, and I'm just like, yeah,
No, I've
yeah,
typed in some of the actors' names and our videos have popped up, so that's a good thing.
That is great. I feel that there's something out there, and it is going to evolve, and there is going to be this. Well,
yeah,
even just look at Verticon and LA Vertical Drama Market. Here's two amazing women, Dana and Holly, who have put on these events, right? And yes,
yeah.
first year is always hard to
Yeah.
break even and all of those things. But when I was at the awards show on Saturday night, there was this great feeling that we were at the start of something. It was like, can you imagine saying you're at the first Oscars?
Right? Because I have
Yes.
not
Right?
seen a vertical award in person. Like I know Jen did her virtual
Yeah.
thing, but it's definitely something else having it in person.
And it was so fun. It was so fun. There was musical entertainment. They kept it fast, and it was really fun. We were so pleasantly surprised. And it's like a little mini reunion for us. I was like, oh, there's one of my children. Oh, there's one of my children. Yay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know, and like I've heard like where some of the actors had met some of the other actors, and they're like, I have never met them before, and I was like, they were like, yeah, we finally got to meet, and it's like,
Exactly.
yeah, because
Exactly.
yeah,
And it's also so funny because same for, the same types, right?
Right.
So I never get to meet the other mature blonde actresses in Vancouver because we're going up for the same parts. So when we're on a set, we're like, we get so excited because we're like, come over here, let's have a hug because we want to be rooting each other on. So yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, now I do have a question. This isn't
Yeah.
one of the questions that I asked. So if you don't feel like answering or don't feel comfortable answering it, you don't have to. But I noticed like now I haven't seen it so much with females, but I've seen it a lot with the males where they'll take like a young actor, they'll put gray in their hair and
Mhm.
disguise them as a older
Silver
man.
fox. Yeah.
So
The
my
Silver
thing is,
Fox,
there's
yeah.
a lot of like older male actors that they could be using.
Mark
What is
James. Mark James who's in tides, he's a great looking mature man, and
yeah.
absolutely it's something that we're all fighting for. It's the same thing, when they have Love After 50 stories and they cast a 35-year-old woman.
Yeah,
We're
exactly.
like, you know what? The demographic of watchers is predominantly middle-aged women. They want to see a middle-aged woman getting the man, like
Yeah,
they want to
yeah.
see them winning the lottery and all these magical things happening to them,
Yeah.
right?
And I'm pretty sure
So
you saw at Verticon your fans, which is, as you mentioned. So yeah, definitely that should be something that they need to put into, like, these casting directors should do that. But I don't know, maybe there's a certain stigma out there that's
actually,
preventing that from happening.
in China, those storylines are extremely popular. Very, very, very popular. But
Hmm.
we're 8 years behind
True.
Yeah.
China, right? They have different
Yeah.
genres now. They have action, they have thrillers, they have comedies, they have those. So we're kind of in our infancy. So
Yeah.
it's just a matter of time until those come over. Of course, when things are newer, they want to bank on what's the most bankable,
Right.
Yeah.
which
Because
is
it is a
hot young
business at the
people.
end of the day. Yeah, yeah. No, hey,
Right?
cutthroat capitalism at its finest.
But
I
it
said
will
it. There
come.
we go. It will
And if
come.
it doesn't come, I'm just going to write my own parts for myself and film them.
Perfect.
Right?
So you said that you like to see, or you have said that you'd like to see more evolved male characters and greater diversity in film. What kind of changes do you hope to see in the industry moving forward?
Representation, of a representation, all skin colors, people with
Yeah.
accents, people with disabilities and challenges. That I want it to more represent the world. Of course, the argument that people say is, well, it's a storybook, but even in storybooks, people want to be able to see themselves, right? So
Right.
that's something in Tides of Desire that we cast two Latinos in our top 6 roles, and
Yeah.
we have people speaking with accents. We have someone speaking Spanish in it.
Yeah.
We have different skin
Mm-hmm.
colors because it's important. So
Yeah. Diversity,
diverse.
people.
Yeah, diversity is very important, and from someone, I have been many sizes in my life, and I've been a bigger woman, and the XXL to skinny, that you
Oh, don't
have
get
to
me
be
started on
skinny to
those.
be loved ones,
Mm-hmm.
that's hard.
Yeah.
So why don't we have a gorgeous curvy vixen who gets the man? Like,
Yeah.
Right.
you don't have to be
Yeah.
skinny to get a man, let's be
Yeah.
honest. So,
Well, I'll say I did actually see a vertical. It was actually of all apps, real short.
uh-huh.
But you know what I'm talking about? The one with
Yep.
Seth Dean, and like the girl was a curvy woman. And he actually fell for her at her curviness.
Yep.
And I was like, what? Is this like
This is
a good
new.
way, like a positive direction we're going? Maybe this could be the start of
Yeah.
just positivity when it comes to, because I'm a curvy woman and that's what I want to see. There's nothing wrong with it. It's
Exactly. And
beautiful.
so the more people that watch those, so the data, the
Yeah.
data can show them. But I commented on it for Real Short and saying kudos to you, very impressive, because I was waiting for the ball to drop. But
Yes.
they did it. Very, very great.
Now I
Very
kind of
weird.
wish that they would have maybe kept her curvy, because I know she does come back and she does come back and
Does
she
she?
is skinny. but at least it was a pot. Like I said, we
At
can't.
least he fell for her
Yeah.
at the start. Okay,
Yeah.
so it's a
Yes.
step in the right direction.
Yes.
Agreed.
Yes. Yeah. She doesn't. Yeah. They meet back up like years later, and she's skinny. So, which I mean, that's great. I mean, the actress that played both characters were amazing. But yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. So, for someone just starting out in vertical dramas, what's the most valuable piece of advice you'd give them?
Use your voice. You have a voice. Do not do anything that you don't want your future grandchildren to see.
Ooh, you went deep.
Yeah. Because it doesn't go away. It just doesn't, right? and
Um,
and and it's so hard because so many young actresses might think, and actors, that if they say no, they'll never get another part, but if you're good, you will.
Yeah.
yeah, and then it's unfortunate where there are certain apps they make the actors and actresses they make them feel that way, like, oh, this is the best you're gonna get. You're not gonna get anything else. But don't listen to it. If
Yeah.
there's a will, there is a way. You got into the right step. You're in
Yeah.
the field. Continue walking. Great
Yes.
things will come
And
your way.
if you don't have an agent, go to the casting director. Go find and demand an intimacy coordinator. Go to them. Find advocates. Find someone else on set that you feel will help stand up for you. But just you always have a voice, whether it's union. With it doesn't matter that it's non-union. You don't
Yeah,
Yeah.
have to do anything you don't want to do.
agreed.
Yeah. And finally, if you weren't acting or directing, what do you imagine you'd be doing instead? The age old question.
Well, right now I would be at my off-grid cabin having
Oh,
a well-needed break, disconnecting
No.
from electronics for a couple of days, having a lot of hammock time.
ooh,
Oops, sorry about that. Having a lot of hammock time and spending time with my family. I am very blessed because I'm here by choice. So it's like I'm choosing to be here, and
yeah.
I feel so lucky that I've been chosen to be on the verticals. And so I feel super blessed and lucky. So I don't know, I feel like I'm 52 and I get to like dress up and play pretend to go to work. Like, I'm the luckiest woman on earth,
Perfect,
right?
right? Yeah, I agree.
Exactly. Exactly. I agree with that. So now that we've gotten over the questions, the next part is going to be we're going to do two truths and a lie.
Okay.
And the
Good luck,
current
Paul.
score is 16 to 23.
Ooh, who has 16? Who has 23?
16,
Right?
23.
Oh, okay.
Clearly shows who does their research more.
Oh, okay. So here we go. So the first one is that I have my master's in early childhood education.
Okay.
The second one is that I was a photographer for a Thai rock band.
Okay.
The
Okay.
third one is that in my life, I have spoken 5 languages.
Oh,
Interesting. Well,
Do
we
you
can
ask
definitely add
questions?
Spanish because of the film. Spanish and English is there.
Sí, señor.
There we go. So we know that's the truth. Japanese is probably on there too.
Marty pants.
Yeah. I don't know. Go ahead, Jennifer. Woo.
okay. Do you know yours?
No, I'm tied between number 1 and number 2.
Okay. Well, let us know. I think I know which one
Masters
it
in
is.
ECE, Thai rock band, 5 languages.
It might be the Thai rock band. I want to say that she does have her master's, but maybe she doesn't. I'll go with the masters.
I'm
What
gonna
are you
go
going
with
with?
the third one.
That I have spoken 5 languages in my
I
I
life.
don't
think
think you
that's
have.
true.
Okay. Are you locked and loaded?
Yes.
I want to do the second one, but oh my god. Fine, I'll do the first one. Ugh, I'm so
Okay.
sorry.
And the answer is the lie is number 1. You got a point. So I don't have my master's, but I do have my early childhood education, as well as my Montessori teacher training, but not a master's. Yeah.
I
Okay.
But I
knew that the
did
second.
travel. I did travel with a Thai rock band as their photographer all over Thailand, which was incredible experience. Yes, and I have spoken 5 languages.
If you
What are the
don't mind.
languages?
Yeah.
English,
Uh,
marginally. Okay. You guessed. Spanish, Japanese, French, I'm Canadian. And
oh,
then the last one is the super random one, and that's Thai.
hence the Thai rock band. Makes sense. No, I knew that. I
Exactly.
knew that one was true. I was just tied between 1 and 2. So
But you got your points. Now
yeah,
you're
yeah, yeah, I'm at
17.
17. I know. I can drive.
See, I was gonna ask questions about because you have a photography, like you do photography too, and I
Yeah.
was gonna ask questions about that, but then I was like, it didn't like. I remember, I think it was your IG hadn't been updated.
Yes.
Your so I was
Yes.
like, maybe she doesn't really do that anymore. So then I was like, nah, I won't ask those questions.
I hide. Oh, wait, the problem was I don't love being at my computer.
Yeah.
And photography became more post than the actual doing. And I loved being with people. I
Yeah.
loved, capturing moments and the humanness of it. And it became very not human. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, congratulations to all of you who got that right. Woohoo, getting out of the point. So the next segment that we have is the rapid fire. So whenever
okay.
you're ready, I will start firing away.
Ready.
Okay. First job you ever had.
Oh, paper girl. I delivered
Ooh,
papers.
interesting. One word to describe your creative style.
Eclectic.
Okay. Villain or grandma.
Villain.
Kind of knew that. Acting or directing.
Oh, that's so hard. Don't ask that of me. I don't
Sorry.
know. No,
You
and
can pass.
I
You
can't
can pass.
answer. Yeah.
That's fine. I'll take it as a
Both.
pass.
Both.
Both? I'll take
Both.
both. Perfect. Scripted lines or improv?
Scripted.
Okay. Character you've loved to play but haven't yet?
Oh my gosh. I would love oh. Oh, anything in Moulin Rouge, anything in Mamma Mia. Of course, there's the musical thing that going on there, but I can't sing, so I can just keep dreaming.
It's okay. Someone can do a voiceover for you.
Okay. Okay. Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Hidden talent most people don't know about you.
I don't have a lot of hidden talents.
Photography.
Okay, we'll do photography. Well, roller skating, but
Roller skating, photography, and
yeah.
speaking multiple languages.
Oh, there you go.
These are talents. Favorite place you've ever lived?
Uh, Thailand.
Okay. Do you like road trip snacks?
Oh my gosh, I love all snacks. Any snacks, all snacks, anytime. Ship them in. I'm such a snacker. Oh,
Perfect.
yeah.
Do, do you like food trucks?
I'm more of a snacker than a food trucker. I don't like to wait in the lineups.
I'll take it. Do you like boat rides?
I do love boat rides and I don't get boat sick.
Perfect. No seasickness.
Nope.
Do you like old family photos?
I do. I do.
Yeah.
Have you seen now that they can turn them into that
Animated
they
ones? Yeah, I
Yes,
have. It's scary.
it's
But it's
scary.
also heartwarming.
Yeah,
It's
I
called
think I would
AI.
cry. Yeah, I would
Right.
cry a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you like telling jokes?
I'm the worst joke teller on the planet. You can probably guess that I always mess up the punchline, seeing as my previous mess up there. Yeah, I'm the worst joke teller in the world.
It's okay. What makes you laugh every time?
Uh, okay, this is not self-centered, but I make myself laugh all the time because I'm so ridiculous. Like
You'll be
I
like, oh
can
no,
entertain.
Karen, what did you do now?
I don't need anyone else. I can just entertain the heck out of myself. Like I just laugh out loud. I don't know. Yeah, me.
That's why you can survive in the cabin out there.
Oh yes.
Do you like
Yeah.
thrillers?
No. No.
No? Okay.
Definitely not. I'm so scaredy cat. I'm afraid of like Watcher in the Wood, which is Disney. But no, nothing. Cannot. I have a
That's
very
fine.
overactive imagination. And then if I'm at the cabin, I start to imagine that the
Oh
sounds are
no,
all
that's no, not at
zombies.
the
Like,
cabin.
yeah, no, 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 no.
Do you like movie sequels?
I don't know. I'm a little bit like Jennifer that I forget once I've watched something.
Yeah.
So then I just kind of move on.
Yeah.
Right. But I guess you could watch it again and then watch the second
True,
one.
true. But then I'd have to have enough attention to watch one then the next. Okay, except Harry Potter. That's my exception.
Okay, that's fine for Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Favorite sports team? Any
Right
sports.
now, the Canadian women's rugby team.
Let's root for our women.
Yeah.
Perfect. Sneakers or heels?
Oh God, not heels. That's the worst part about being in verticals that I have to wear heels. It's like torture. Hate them.
So sneakers.
Yes,
Okay. Do you like learning language as well?
I love it. Yeah.
Perfect. Do you like trying new hobbies?
Yes, and I don't mind when I'm horrible at them.
Perfectly fine.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
you could make your house fly, where would it go?
Ooh, that's such a good question. Well, I would fly to where you both are, because then we could just be like sitting and having a chit chat.
Flying to
Well,
Virginia and then flying
and
to New
then
York City.
Oh, that's good. I'll just catch a show in New York and then head over to
Yeah,
Virginia. Yeah,
perfect.
yeah.
First thing you do when you wake up?
Oh, I'm so embarrassed to say that I look at my phone. I don't
I
want
do
that to
too.
be the case. Oh,
I think we
yeah.
all do. It's okay. It's a part of human nature.
I know, but my brain. Yeah,
You know, and you
yeah,
can pass this if you want. I didn't
yeah.
realize I put it on there. What's your favorite type of flirting, subtle or bold?
Oh no, I think that's a good question. Is it how to receive flirting or give flirting?
You could do both. Your
Okay.
choice.
My favorite way to receive flirting, I would say, well, I don't notice if it's subtle, so I guess I kind of need bold. I'm just like, oh, they're just nice. I never
Yeah.
know if someone's flirting with me. I'm like, my kids are like, Mom, I'm flirting with you. I'm like, no, they're not. They just want to buy me a car.
They're just being giving.
Like
Oh
it's okay. And then for me, flirting, I just can't flirt. I'm the worst flirt ever.
my God. Me
Yeah, it does.
too.
Oh, it's so hard. Yeah, no, I'm not a flirter. Nope.
Totally fine. It just shows that you're not trying to chase things.
Nope. No. No.
So, have you ever had a crush on someone you barely knew?
Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. I don't know who at this moment,
No,
but
you don't need to say
definitely.
who,
Yeah.
but like if it's happened in your life,
Oh,
definitely.
for sure.
Innovation or respect?
Respect all the time.
hmm
Yeah.
Containment or peace? Containment or peace? Yeah.
Peace,
Peace. Perfect.
love.
Right. So that.
Plus, we're older. We just need peace.
Right?
We don't have time for all that stuff.
Yeah, we'll just
Right.
watch the verticals for the love.
Right. Right. Well, thank you very much for doing the rapid fire. I am going to open the floor for you to ask us any questions if you have.
Well, what what drew you to watching Verticals?
Jennifer, you can go first.
I think, and I give this answer all the time, and it's pretty much the same. I think it's just because, like, when I watch a vertical, I know what I'm getting. Like, if I want to watch a romance, I'm gonna get romance. There's no, like, when you watch like horizontal or mainstream or whatever you want to call it, it's like you've got all these little side plots, you've got all these like unnecessary things that don't need to be in the film. But with verticals, it's just about, the romance. Yeah, it's just straightforward. You're just going to get the love, or if it's an action, you're going to get the action. Like, there's nothing that's crazy. I mean, they do have surprises in there, obviously, but yeah, I think that's pretty much what
Nice.
drew me to it.
Yeah.
Nice. They do suck you in. You don't even
Yeah.
realize. And then you're like, I've been watching this for 20 minutes.
And it's like each episode, that's how they do. Like, each episode, it's like, okay, well, I'm going to get up and I'm going to go like do the dishes or something like that. And I was like, oh, wait, that just happened. Now I got to keep.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So for me, I was doing my master's, and it's a 2-year program that I did in 11 months.
What?
I know, I'm crazy.
On and what? What?
I did an MBA in finance, and data analytics is my concentration. I know, I'm crazy.
Sorry, no, it wasn't you. I am very impressed with that, but huge wind just came on my balcony, and my like sun lounger and the pillows all just started to blow away. So I'm just not gonna look that
Yes,
way.
that's
Sorry.
no. If you need to go fix it.
No, it's okay. If I don't look, it's not happening.
Okay.
Okay, so finance. Say that again. Sorry.
So I got my MBA in finance, and my
Wow.
concentration is data analytics.
Oh my. Hence the analytics.
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay. So you
definitely.
needed something that didn't tax your brain.
Yeah, and I couldn't do these big series and stuff like that, and the saga
Yeah.
strikes were going on, and whenever I would study, I tried to continue watching Grey's Anatomy, and I was like, wait, did Ellen get with Lucas? What's going on? While I was reading these equations, I'm like, Ellen and
Yeah.
Lucas. I'm like, oh no, I can't do this. So then
Yeah.
the ads were coming out, and I was like, okay, let me download an app, and then one thing after another led, and I'm like, okay, I can binge watch in one show and not have my mind lingering around when I'm doing studying. So that's how I got into it.
Whoa. So you're studying math and analytics while verticals are going on.
I wouldn't have it when I was studying. I would like take breaks, like I'm done with studying or I'm done with class. I want a little break. So it's like a de-stressor.
Oh, that's so cool. And because they're bite-sized and you can just drop back in at any
Yeah.
time. So
Well,
that's
normally I would watch it all in one go because I
Mhm.
can't stop at a cliffhanger, especially I know that there's more episodes. It's one thing it ends on a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was me.
Wow. And then how did you two meet each other?
Jennifer.
That would be a Taha question. It started with you.
That is true. So I'm pretty sure you met Noah Fernley.
Yes. Oh, what a lovely man.
Yeah. So he created November of last year, the very first vertical community thing, chat, whatever you want to call it. It was on Discord called Noah Fernley's Inner Circle. Yes. And a lot of people joined, and Jennifer also joined. I joined. It was a little disorganized, and then, you know, he made people admin, and I was lucky enough to be one of them. And to tame some of these women, I needed Jennifer. That's why I gave her the nickname of Snow White, because she has 7 different personalities that can kick in at different times. Yes, Jennifer. It's a good thing, though. It's a good thing.
Okay.
It's a compliment.
She thought
There's
she
the
was named
ignorant
Snow
side,
White
there's the
because of her
happy
beauty.
side, there's the bitchy side, there's the controversial side, there's the angry side. Too many
Okay. Well,
faces.
carry on.
So, yeah, unfortunately that didn't last too long because there was drama and Noah left and a lot of stuff happened. So then we all came onto IG and the subscriber channels came out on Instagram and the vertical community grew. And I kept tabs with Jennifer, and she kept tabs with me. And now I'm going to take it over to Jennifer to explain more of how we got on here.
Well, so, and I normally don't name drop, but I will say that it was Casey Esser. I had asked him to do a simple, like little, I had sent him a DM and asked him to do like a simple little survey so that I can kind of put something together and put it out there. And he brought up, instead of doing that, to hop on a call and do a video together. And I was like, wait a minute, I don't know if that's something I can do. Like, I mean, I used to get in front of the camera like all the time, but then it's been a while and I was like, can I do that?
Yeah.
And so then I started talking to Taha and I said, hey, is this something that you might want to do? And he said, yeah, let's do it. And that's where we're at now. So
cool.
We're
So
unique.
cool.
We're a duo. We have fun things.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, no, that's so cool. And it's nice to have both represented, a man and a woman, because
young and old.
there's
Not
no
young
one
and old.
old. There's seasoned, there's mature,
Yeah.
but old is a mindset, right? So
Yes.
and you're not old, yeah, at all.
Thank you.
wait, I was saying Jennifer's not old.
Oh, thank you for
Of
not
course,
thinking
it's
that I'm old.
Taha, just thinking it's always about him.
No,
Like,
you're
I
not
guess
old
we're not
either,
calling me
Taha.
old.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So, thank you very much for coming on the Vertical Take with Jennifer and Taha. I will link all of your socials in the description box below. Yeah, thank you for watching until the very end. And until next time, peace.
Thank you.